What up, YouTube? This is the one, aka the Black Mamba 14. Follow me on Instagram if you're not. It's the THA _ black _ mamba _ 14. Yeah, we up to about 3.2K now, so get on there, follow me, like my pictures, comment, whatever you want to do. But anyways, the reason why I'm doing this video right now is I'm getting a lot of questions. Well, how did you get sponsored? How do I get sponsored, and what do I got to do to be sponsored? Well, sponsorships they can make you or break you. So to get a full sponsorship is not. You may get free parts and you may not. I mean, it's one of them things where, what can you do for me? How can you promote the brand? How can I help out in the community? How am I doing with the truck scene? There's a whole lot of factors that play into that. So when you ask me, well, how did you get sponsored? I've been showing cars since I was 14, 15 years old. I've built several. I've been in the import game. I just jumped into the truck game this year. I've been in mini trucking, low riders. This is my first really 4x4 that I've ever done. So come out the game. For me, coming into the game, I come out swinging. Like, I've only had my truck going on 2 years in August, and I think we've, come a long ways. When I bought it, it was bone stock. So, but anyways, back to what I'm getting at is sponsorships aren't everything that they're cracked up to be. There's a lot of traveling. There's a lot of hurry up and waits. There's a whole lot, well, you're going to do this or you're going to do that. But for the most part, most companies are very, very lenient. They work on their own time, their own pace. So you may put in for a sponsorship. You may wait 4 or 5 months before you hear back from them, or you may wait 6 months before you hear back from them. But it's all in due season. Like, I've got people that I've hit sponsors up, and I've had to wait a year, and then they finally approach me and like, hey, we see what you're doing in the community. We see what you're doing in the truck world. Hey, we want to be part of your build. We want to see if we can move forward together. And that's what it's about. It's about a partnership. It ain't about free parts. It's about helping each other out. My ultimate goal is to have my truck at SEMA this year. So whether I have one sponsor or whether I have 200 sponsors, my ultimate goal is to make SEMA. And if I have to do it myself, I'm okay with it. And if I can get help, I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm not going to turn away somebody that's trying to help me build my brand, build my way to the SEMA show. And that's how you got to look at it. You got to look at it as a business. It's a business deal. It's not a friendship. It's a partnership / business deal. That's exactly what it is. And you got to you got to handle it that way. But yeah, it kills me when people ask me all the time, how do you get sponsored? Well, that's it. You put yourself out there. You go to shows. You help out in the community. You make your presence known. It's all in how you handle yourself. Do you attract that sponsor? Do you attract that presence, the entity? That's the key. You have to have that attraction. There's some companies that you may want to work with, and there's some you may not want to work with. Like, does it fit your build? Is that partnership going to help you achieve your goal? It ain't about achieving the The companies go because they're already there. They have already made their presence known. It's up to you to make your presence known while helping them make their presence known. So once again, the question, how do you get sponsored? It's a long process. It ain't, oh, I just filled out an email form and send it in and okay, yeah, my truck's nice. And no, it goes far and beyond that. It's, are you at the truck show? Are you by yourself, or are you hanging with a group of friends? Are you walking around talking to other people that's building their brand? Are you pointing them in the right direction, or are you trying to help them build their brand? See, it's all a network, and you got to treat it as a network. Like, you can't just be standoffish and, oh, I'm sponsored by such and such, and I don't want to help this other person reach out to that person. No, it doesn't work that way. It works in the way that it's a network. I help you, you help me, we'll achieve the common goal. And that's how you got to take the sponsorship. For example, Einstein Auto Lighting. They approached me at Daytona, well, really before Daytona last year. I met them in person at Daytona, and they told me, they was like, we want to sponsor you. We want to make you our brand ambassador, our lead man, or our front man. I was like, okay, I'm down. I mean, why not? You know. But in the same conversation, they say, well, if you know anybody else that's looking, send them our way. Now, will they get the same deal that I got? Probably not. But will they get some sort of deal? Probably so. So that's what I'm saying. You send people to them, that helps you. Same way with the Custom Offset Ambassador Program. Well, let's just talk about that for a minute. You know, that's a good program. The more you put yourself out there, the more you promote for them, the more you receive back from them. So you can get a 5% discount, or you can get a 30% discount. I mean, it's all in how much you want to build your brand, their brand, and make a winning team at the end of the day. That's how sponsorships work. Achieving the common goal. And everybody's common goal, more than likely, is to have one badass ride, or a few badass rides, aka Scoop. We see you out there. Yeah, have a few badass rides, and you know, maybe show at SEMA, or whatever your dream show is. Mine is SEMA. I've showed at about every show that I can imagine. I've been to almost every show that I can imagine, and that's really the only show that really I want to have a vehicle in. Like, you know, I've been to SEMA before, and you know, I've done that before, but it's not the same as having a vehicle there that people are praising, people, you know, are looking at. It's a whole different aspect. And so, with that being said, you know, that's my common goal. So if anybody, as far as like sponsors that I have now, like Renegade Products, Einstein Auto Lighting, if they want to help me get there, then why not? Right? So, now with all this being said, you need to show more. You got to be enthusiastic. Talk to people. I mean, don't just hang out in your little clique or your little spotlight. Talk to people. You know, there's some guy there that's, and I was this person at one time, that whenever you first getting started, you looking up to other guys, you're like, man, I want to be that guy one day. I want to get the trophies he's getting. I want to get the spotlight that he's getting. The only way you're going to get there is, like D-Max Rhino says, work for it. It's not going to be handed to you. It's not going to be handed down or passed down. It's not passing of the crown. It's you work for it. Nothing in life is free. Remember that. There's always going to be a trade-off in some aspect. Whether, okay, you get a free set of wheels, but at the end of the day, what else do you have to do to get those free wheels? Do you have to show at 10 shows, mandatory shows? Do you have to show 3 major shows all across the United States, where you have to get rooms and everything else and pay for these expensive shows? And it's not cheap. So when you think of it on that level, you have to go what's best for you. So, and like I'm saying, talk to people. Not necessarily brown nose, and not necessarily, you know, kissing ass or whatever. You just talk to people. There's always somebody looking up, and you never know who is watching you. I mean, there's always eyes on you, no matter what. Once you cross that plane, there's always eyes on you. So you always keep your best face forward. Stay humble, stay hungry, and I promise you, you will make it. I promise you. I had a come and go when I built this truck, or started on my truck. I wanted a badass truck. I was just like, okay, I want a badass truck, but I wasn't dreaming that I would be on the caliber that I'm on now. I would never have dreamed my truck in a little less than a year and a half would be where it's at now. Where I'm at right now, man, I mean, it's a blessing in the sky. And I'm telling you that this is how you make dreams come true. Is, once again, as D-Max Rhino says, work for it. Work for it, work for it, work for it. Nothing is ever handed down. So, like I said, stay humble, stay hungry. You know, always try to do something a little different than the next guy. And in this competitive world, that's really hard. I mean, it's really hard to come up with ideas that somebody else hasn't already had, or has already done, or in a process of doing. But that's the world we live in right now, and it's a competitive world. I mean, but you always got to strive to go far and beyond the next person to get to your common dream, to your goal, to your wherever you want to see your truck at, or car, wherever you want to see it at the end of the day. So, but yeah. So that's my motto on sponsorships. It is a partnership. It is a business. You have converted your truck from being personal to a business. In one sense, you have to treat it like a business. You can't show up and be like, okay, well, I'm going for the muddiest truck, or I'm going for the dirtiest truck. Okay, I mean, that's okay, that's fine and dandy, but you got to do more than that. I mean, it's just not. Presence is everything, and I said presence, but I meant presentation is everything. Where do you want to be? What do you want to achieve? So, I mean, I don't know. It kind of gripes me a lot, and I know I'm on a tangent here, but it gripes me for my inbox stays so full of how do you get sponsored, or where do I get sponsored, or how do I do this, or how do I do. I don't mind helping you. I don't mind you asking, but I'm gonna tell you just like this right here. D-Max Rhino sums it up the best. Work for it. It's the only way you